Thank you so much for your interest in my Awakening the Priestess Within 9-month program. In this video, I'm going to explain to you what the priestess path is, what it means to be a priestess, and I'm going to go into the specifics of what my 9-month program includes. So my name is Schamet Horsfield. Those of you that know me already know quite a lot about me, but those of you who don't, just a little bit about who I am. I have been working as a healer on and off for 20 years. I took some time off when I had my 2 boys. I've been married to my soulmate for a little over 20 years. We met in 1999, and we got married in 2004. He is my soulmate and someone that I manifested. I wrote a list, and he showed up a year later. And we have 2 beautiful, beautiful boys, 12 and 8, and a beautiful dog named Snowy Starla, and she's one of my soulmates. And I was initiated as a priestess upon the priestess path by a high priestess in Glastonbury in 2004, right after I got married, actually. And it's been an amazing, amazing journey. I've also been taken under the wing by another priestess. And I was not quite ready to come out of my magical cave until recently. We moved here to Sweden from New Zealand around 7 months ago. And I spent a lot of time in the forest and went on a little bit of a journey of just surrendering and letting everything go and asking the universe what next, and show me the path, show me the way. I went on a vision quest. I'm part Native American, so I went on my own vision quest and asked what my soul path purpose work was and what was in store for me. And this is what was downloaded to me. This is what I was instructed to do. And this is what a priestess is. A priestess is a conduit and a channel for the divine feminine. They, in ancient times and ancient cultures, they were known as the medicine women. They were known as the oracle. They were known as the wisdom speakers that would have, would channel messages from the divine that would come through to guide and bring medicine to the tribe. So a priestess is also there to serve the highest and best good, for, for her community and for the well-being, bring the medicine and the well-being for the community. So a priestess is a leader as well, and they lead with the heart. They lead through love, they lead through kindness, and they lead through, being the way showers. And at this time, with the awakening on the planet and with humanity, more and more women are waking up and standing in their power. And the divine feminine wounds are healing. And, if you are watching this right now, I'm sure that you are also on your awakening journey. And, this training is really for the way showers, the movers and the shakers, the change agents, the healers, the activists, the women and men that want change, and they want to be part of the solution and not part of the problem. So if you are really ready to step into your soul path purpose and really step into your own unique brand of magic, this training is for you. Okay, so this training is all about activating and initiating you into you stepping fully into your gifts and what you've come to bring to the world. And this is a journey, a healing journey, where we step fully into healing one's own self. And this is where it all begins. You know, when we do our healing work and we heal ourselves and our own wounds, then we can truly, truly then help others to heal as well. And so, you know, I like to think of this journey as the cocooning, where you go into your cocoon and you heal yourself from the core. And so when your cup, you know, when your cup is overflowing, then you have so much more to bring to the world. And so I'll share with you a little bit about what is offered in the training. So most of you know that I work with the chakras and have on and off for 20 years. I've been trained by Daya Judith. She's the author of Eastern Body, Western Mind, and many, many books on the chakras. I've also been trained by Lion Goodman in his belief coaching. He's a belief detective. So I work a lot with beliefs. So I'm a transformational belief coach, as well as an oracle and a chakra energy healer and teacher. So, you know, the first initiation into the training, and for the first 2 months, we really dive deep into the root chakra. So the chakras are the energy portals in the body. And in those energy sacred centers, we store old programs, we store wounds, we store beliefs. And we go through the whole, so the 9 months, we go through all the chakras, but we also include the Earth Star Chakra and the Soul Star Chakra. So that's why it's not a 7-month program, it's a 9-month program based on the 7 chakras, including the Earth Star Chakra and the Soul Star Chakra. So the first 2 months, we're dealing with the Earth Star Chakra and the first chakra. And this is about investigating and diving deep into our programs, into our beliefs, into our generational wounds, and, you know, entering into the body temple. So we cover things like mood, food, medicine, and taking care of the temple, the body temple, taking care of the mind temple, the heart temple, you know, all the different parts of the body, and going into investigating our family trees, where we came from, what patterns are there, what beliefs have we, you know, taken on from our family, and which beliefs and which programs do we want to update, like update the programs, update the belief systems, like which beliefs are no longer serving your highest and best good. And, you know, really diving deep. And for those of you that have already done a lot of work with me, we're going to dive deeper. So because instead of a 7-week journey, we've got 9 months, we will be working as deeply as you are willing to go. So I really want to say again as well that this is going to be tailored for you and where you're at, what level you're at. Like, I'll never push anyone further than they're willing to go. And so, you know, for me and the way that I work, I create a really safe, supportive container of energy for everyone to cocoon and be fully supported where they're at. And this training also includes 7 private one-on-one sessions with me. And I find with the group work, when we're working in the group dynamic, which we'll be meeting every full and new moon for 2 hours each session. So we work together as a group. And then sometimes, you know, stuff will come up that you really need that one-on-one support with me. And each of the healing sessions that are with me will be tailored for what you're needing. So if you're needing some inner child healing, or some belief clearing, belief updating, or if you're needing some chakra healing, clearing, we can tailor it to what you need. And by offering 7 is you almost get 1 each month during the training. And so you can use those whenever you feel that you need them as well, anytime you need that extra support from me. And so, yeah, so that first 2 months, and we spend 2 months in the root chakra and the earth star chakra because grounding is so important. We also bring in the energy of the goddess, and we work with different goddess energies, different goddess archetypes, because I find that they're very supportive. For example, we've got Kali and Pele, which are really clearing. Like, it's all about clearing what no longer serves. When you burn away the forest, you do that before you grow the new crop. So the first 2 months is really about clearing out what no longer serves your highest and best good. And we do some generational healing. We have another priestess that's going to come in, and we're going to do a Q&A about what generational healing is, and that's going to be a real treat. There's a couple teachers that will be coming in and offering up master classes and Q&As with me as well. So that's going to be a lot of fun. We also work with the goddess Isis, and Isis is, the powerful priestess energy and the mother, and she's also an oracle, and she is the goddess of magic. And, so when people work with me, when men work with me, they know that they're jumping on my magical carpet ride. Like, we really have a lot of fun. So even though we're diving deep into, wound clearing and healing and activating, it's also a lot of fun. I'm a firm believer in, if it's not fun, why do it? And so, because I'm also a trained movement therapist and a yoga instructor, sometimes, I just know that we need to move our bodies. And so, the ladies that have worked with me know that sometimes I'll just say, okay, we got to move our hips. Let's get up and dance. And we'll turn the music on and we'll just have a dance and clear the space so that we can then focus in on what needs to be done. And so, it's a lot of fun as well, and very, very activating. So so we rebirth the new you during that first 2 months, right? So really clearing, letting go, resetting, and figuring out, what is the story that you want to create instead of the story that perhaps was given to you. What is the story that you are really wanting to create for yourself, and how can we get you there? And I cannot heal you, but I can facilitate and I can guide you so that you can be your own healer. And this is a lot about what the training's about as well. Is, I love the story of how Jesus gives a man a fish, but then he also teaches the man how to fish. And so that's how I work. I will give a woman or a man the fish, but this training is really teaching you how to fish. This is teaching you spiritual sovereignty, how you can then be connected to your mind, to your body, to your soul, to your spirit. And, right now, during this time with coronavirus, it is so, so important to be looking after our mind, body, soul, spirit temples, and really, learning how to love ourselves completely and look after ourselves completely. And so that first 2 months, that's exactly what you'll be learning, is how to really support yourself and look after yourself so you can truly support and look after others. And so I'm also sending you the PDF file with everything that's included. I'm not going to talk about everything, otherwise this video will be hours long. So this is just going to be a really quick overview, because I know some people are really into reading and some people really like to listen to a video. And I thought the video would be really good so you can get a really good idea and a feel for who I am and what I'm about and how I teach. For me, and I feel like it's all about alignment. So if this work is aligned for you and your soul, and I'm meant to be your teacher and your guide and your oracle for 9 months, then fantastic. And if I'm not, that's okay too. Yeah, and I'm offering one-on-ones as well. So you can book a one-on-one 45 minutes free with me to ask me any questions. Because I find, in the first 2 months, this is where any blind spots come up, or any the shadow work, things that maybe you're not seeing, patterns that you're not seeing. And I have the superpower of being able to see into the patterns, being able to see into shadow. I had this gift as a little girl. I've always had it, and I've honed it now. And my other superpower is, because I'm an empath and I'm intuitive and I have psychic abilities, I can see through the layers, and I can see sometimes things that you may not even be aware of. And so I so gently, sometimes if you're wanting it, of course, I can see that and then bring some awareness to you about what might be going on, so that, it's like bringing a light sometimes to a dark room and being able to see possibly something you didn't see before. And this is this is why it's so powerful to work with a coach, and to work with someone on that level, is that you can, when you are aware, you can make quantum jumps in your healing. Like, you can't heal something or change something if you don't see it. And so this is the beauty of working with someone like me. And it's very supportive, and it's very loving, and it's very kind, and it's very, very safe. Like, I pride myself on creating a really beautiful container of energy. And you'll see all the, all the reviews that the women that have worked with me before, and they all say that's one of my superpowers, is creating that really beautiful, safe container that they feel held and they feel supported. And especially right now with Corona too, having that global sisterhood support, because this is the other thing with the group work, and the beauty of the group work that I love so much is you not only get me, but you get all the beautiful women that have come into this training to support you, to root you on. And with all the work that I've been doing with these women, they're all still really good friends. They get together, like they've formed these relationships, and they get really close to each other. And it's beautiful, really supportive. And so I love that. I love that. And I create that container right from the beginning. And so then let's see, where are we? So we are going from the root chakra, and then we enter into the second chakra. And this is month 3. So we come into the sacral plexus, and the sacral plexus is our, it's the energy of water, and it's the femininity, and it's our sexual, sensual, creative energy. It's our place of emotion. And we do some womb healing in the second chakra. We stir up the cauldron of energy and really get that moving as well. We ignite that feminine priestess power in you. I believe the priestess power is not necessarily in the solar plexus, but it's in the sacral plexus as a woman, you know. And I wanted to talk also about the so Anna Daya Judith, in her book Eastern Body, Western Mind, she talks about the demon of each chakra. I actually like to call it a wound instead of a demon, just in the way that I teach. And so the wound for the root chakra is actually fear. And so, you know, with each chakra that we work with the wound of that chakra. And my slogan for my soul business is transforming wounds into wisdom and wisdom into your superpowers. And so we work with each wound. So working with the wound of fear, you know, embracing the fear, befriending the fear. Like, fear is not an enemy. We don't want to get rid of fear. You know, if you didn't have fear, you'd be like the fool in the tarot deck and then just fall over the cliff. Or the lion would come to eat you up and you would just get eaten up. So fear is actually your friend. And so, you know, we befriend the fear, so that fear is your ally. So you got fear on your side, and you can really step into your courage when you have fear as your friend, because it's there to help you, but it's not something that's going to paralyze you and stop you from doing what you want to do. And so we work with that in the root chakra. And then when we move up to sacral chakra, the wound for the sacral is guilt. And guilt, you know, and sexuality is a very interesting energy. And so releasing this guilt, you know, maybe the guilt of masturbation is a horrible thing, you know, and actually masturbation and loving yourself is a beautiful thing. It's very healing. The sexual energy is a very healing and powerful energy. And when we can stir up that cauldron of sensual sexual energy, then creativity can start to move through the body. And instead of having that guilt that paralyzes and keep you stuck, we can start to release that and get it moving and celebrate your sensuality, your sexuality, and your priestess power. And so that's a really, really powerful chakra that we work with. And, you know, and that is working with the goddess Aphrodite, Lilith, Venus, and Nana, and activating the different goddesses, and really, you know, just really empowering. You know, we talk about sex magic and creativity, and really stepping in to your energy and releasing the guilt there. So then we come up into the solar plexus chakra. Oh, right. No, I wanted to talk one more thing about in the sacral plexus is we start to learn about the cycles of the moon and how that can support you. We also talk about the seasons and the cycles and how that energy of the seasons and the cycles and the moon can really support your journey. You also get a soul astrology reading that comes with the training. And this is truly, truly a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful gift as well, to help you really understand who you are, what your soul path purpose is, and it's tailored for you. I have a beautiful, beautiful goddess that's working for me, that's going to be doing that for everyone that signs up onto the journey. So yeah, going over the moon cycles, going over the seasons, and your astrology soul reading. So that's going to be a lot of fun and activating as well. So then we move up to your solar plexus. And your solar plexus is your fire, like really stepping into that energy of fire and really embracing that part of who you are. And this is always a lot of fun. Like when we've done a lot of clearing, we've done a lot of releasing, we've done a lot of healing. And the women at this stage are ready to step into their power. And we have a lot of fun. And this is one of my superpowers, is facilitating women to really step into their power, to know how to say no, powerfully say no, and how to powerfully say yes, and how to powerfully say maybe, I'll think about it. And, really, really stepping in to that sacred will. And the sacred will is different than just willpower. It's not just like, I'm not going to do this, or I'm going to do this because I'm stepping into my will, but it's actually aligning with your sacred fire, your sacred power, your sacred will. So it's not a pushing at all. It's actually a feminine and masculine, balanced kind of energy that is in alignment with who you are. And so instead of feeling like, okay, I'm gonna clean my garage, like I'm gonna do it, it's more like, I'm gonna clean my garage because that's what I want to do. And and finding that playfulness within stepping into your power as well. And here we work with different goddesses again, and we work with the goddess Sekhmet. And Sekhmet is one of my main guides. My main guides are Isis, Sekhmet, and Mary Magdalene, and Christ consciousness. I work a lot with those energies, as well as all of the other goddesses as well. But Sekhmet is very dear to my heart and very dear to my soul. Her energy came to me at 19 years old. And when I was initiated into my priestesshood, her energy came in very, very strong. So Sekhmet is, she's very courageous. She's very powerful. She's got the head of a lioness and the body of a human. And she's the goddess of music, dance, love, joy, sensual energy, and she's the destroyer of evil. So she will call out the shadow. She will call out the bullshit. Okay, she's a powerful, powerful goddess. And she's good though. She's a very good person, and she has really good intentions. But she's also like, those sacred boundaries are really important, and sacred fire and truth and justice are very, very important to Sekhmet. So, we'll be calling in the energy of Sekhmet, working in your sacred fire. And the wound here is shame. So, shame is a big one for women in particular. Shame of being too intense, the shame of being seen, the shame of being heard, the shame of taking what you need. There's so much shame that women hold and carry in their energetic fields. And it really is time to heal and transform that shame into courage, that shame into right action, that shame in standing strong in who we are. And that, transforming that shame into sacred fire, into honoring the divine feminine, in honoring the anger that is there within women, because, there has been so much guilt and shame, and reclaiming, really reclaiming, and, saying, yeah, we ate the apple because we wanted to, just really coming out of all the guilt and all the shame and reclaiming our rights as a woman in our power. And so, yeah, the energy is fire. And also learning about sacred boundaries here, energetic boundaries. And we do a lot of work here. I've just got all my information in front of me, so I'm just going to make sure I'm going through activating the priestess power. Yeah, Sekhmet, Ishtar, Durga, Bast, all those beautiful energy. clearing and cleansing breathing techniques. So much here. Activating your will, creating new patterns, healing your sacred masculine. That's another one in, we all have a sacred feminine energy and a sacred masculine energy. And it really is about creating a balance of the divine masculine and the divine feminine within each and every one of us. And as we're going, diving into your priestess power, it is fire. It's a lot of masculine energy. And this is sometimes where really beautiful priestesses of the moon kind of energy can be very soft, can be very nurturing. A lot of the healers, they're afraid to step into that priestess power, that activation, because there has been such a misuse of power in the world. And so here I find women and some men are a little bit afraid to step into their power because they don't want to misuse this power. So we go over that and what that means and really dive deep into, really just teasing that apart and transforming it, transmuting it. And then we step from the energy of the solar plexus and we move up into the heart. And here, we've gone from the fire and then we move up into air and we move up into the love of the heart. And, the heart is the bridge. It's the bridge between the lower chakras and the upper chakras. And so here we really step into the love, into the softness. We go from that priestess power of the fire up into the gentleness and the softness. And here the wound is grief. And I did a meditation a few weeks ago, and Mary Magdalene came into my meditation, and I had this rose, and you'll see the artwork that Lindsay so kindly said that I could use on my website. And it has like what I saw in my meditation. That's why I so love that artwork that she did about Mary Magdalene. Is so beautiful. And I feel so connected to it because I actually had the meditation of the rose inside my body, and the roots went down into the earth and the stem went up and the rose came up. And actually, maybe I'll guide you through a meditation of the rose. That would be really beautiful. So anyways, the rose was my crown chakra opening up, and the stem was going down my mystic column where the chakras, all the chakras are lined up here. And the leaves and the thorns were in my heart, and like the leaves were like all the things that I'm doing in my life, my soul path purpose work kind of coming out like that. And then the thorns were inside in my heart. And in the meditation, and it was actually a healing journey with someone, and I wanted to take them out. And I wanted to take the thorns out. And Mary Magdalene said, no, don't take them out. They're there for a reason. They're there to teach you about compassion, about kindness. They're there to remind you of the pain and the suffering in the world. And it was really beautiful. It was a really beautiful healing and a beautiful reminder that the rose, that it has thorns, and the thorns are there, of course, to protect the rose, but they're also there to teach. And for me in that meditation, it was about teaching about the compassion, about the grief, about how, sometimes it's not about getting rid of or I want to be high vibe, so I want to get rid of, feeling the grief of the world and the suffering that's going on. Well, what is high vibe? Sometimes high vibe is actually having compassion and having that kindness and really honoring that in what other people are going through in the world. And so we will be, investigating and diving deep into that wound of grief, and transforming what needs to be transformed and releasing what needs to be released. Forgiveness and kindness and love of the heart and companions of destiny, and making those connections with our soul tribe. And the other wonderful, wonderful thing that I offer in Heart Chakra that I love is we marry ourselves. So it's so much about self-love and like really loving yourself, really loving every part of who you are, even the shadow, even the imperfections, like really, truly falling madly, deeply in love with you. And back in 1999, I went to Egypt to pray and meditate for world peace. I went with Neil Donald Walsh. He wrote a book called Conversations with God. And there were people from all over the world that went to pray and meditate during what we thought was the end of the world as we know it at the time. Y2K was getting ready to happen, what we thought was going to happen. We thought all the planes were going to crash and it was going to be the end of the world. And many of us went to Egypt to pray and meditate for, saving humanity. And we were all sitting on top of the pyramids and praying and meditating for world peace. It was amazing. It was so amazing. And I was sitting in the temple of Sacmet doing a meditation. And my spirit guides told me that I was to marry myself. And I saw the ring. And the ring was this really big gold carnelian lapis, like huge scarab ring. And I said to my spirit guides, well, I don't know what this marrying, because I had never heard of marrying yourself before. And I said to my spirit guides, well, if I was going to marry myself, I wouldn't wear a ring like that. Like my ring would look like this. And I started to argue with my spirit guides. And so they stopped talking to me. They're like, oh, she's not listening. And I was like, and then I got frustrated and I was like, okay, meditation's finished. And I'm going out of the temple and I was a little bit like, what is this self-marriage thing? Like, I've never heard of this self-marriage. And I was thinking about it. And then I looked over and I saw this really powerful, powerful woman. And she must have been a priestess. She was so powerful. I'd never seen her before. And I was mesmerized by her. And then I looked down and she's wearing the exact ring that I just saw in the meditation. And I'd never seen a ring like that before. I'd never seen her before. But I went over to her and I said, my goddess, you're beautiful. And I'm so drawn to your energy. I just did this meditation in the Temple of Sekhmet and I saw your ring in my meditation. And then she said to me, oh, well, I've just married myself and this is my wedding ring. And then I just teared up and I said, oh, tell me more. I think I was meant to meet you. Because I was just told that I'm supposed to marry myself. And so she told me all about what it means to marry yourself. And, this is before it was a thing. It's a thing now. People know about it. But, 1999, it was not a thing. And I had never heard of it. And she was told by her spirit guides that she was meant to marry herself. She hadn't heard of it either. And she had just married herself, like literally, I think the day before. So it was really activating, and I married myself in the middle pyramid, not the smallest one, but the middle-sized pyramid at the time. And then I married my husband not that long after. So I believe it's a it's a powerful initiation and ceremony about really committing to yourself. And that, I honestly feel like that is reason enough to do the 9-month training. It's really beautiful. It's a rite of passage. We do a ceremony. It's very sacred. And it's a lot of fun as well. And, you know, we will have a lot of fun with it. And so I'm really looking forward to guiding and leading everyone into that initiation and that ceremony. I did a workshop in Wellington last year, self-love and self-marriage, and it was so beautiful. And yeah, so I'm really looking forward to that. So then we go from the heart chakra and, you know, really activating here as well the energy of Mary Magdalene, and activating what it means to be a priestess and walking upon your path of the priestess and really initiating you into your heart. And yeah, that's a really, really beautiful part of the journey, because it's that bridge, and it's really, really powerful. So I'm really looking forward to that that priestess activation and self-love and self-marriage. And from there, we move up into the throat chakra. I am going to guide you into a meditation, but I'll do it right at the end as we close. Because I'm being guided to just keep going through this journey. I'm just going to drink a little sip of water. The connections that we make with each other as well, since I've been working with the women that I've been working with online, we really create a very strong, beautiful bond. And throughout the whole 9 months, I will be holding a beautiful, safe, and sacred space and an energetic container as well. And what we have found, because I just finished teaching 7-week Manifesting Your Most Abundant Life with 9 women, and then we did Awakening the Sacred Centers 7-week journey, awakening the intuition and psychic abilities. And what we found where we started to move up through the chakras is we all became very, very connected. And, you know, we could read each other's thoughts and finish each other's sentences, and just created this really beautiful supportive energy with each other. And so I'm really looking forward to even, you know, going deeper and deepening that level of support with each other. I think it's so important right now with everything that's going on in the world, really creating that global sisterhood of support on very deep levels. Like, I'm still really very connected to all of the women I've been working with. And in fact, some of them are already on board with the priestess training. So I'm very excited about that, and just continuing to, you know, deepen those bonds and those relationships. And that's all, you know, the heart chakra, about companions of destiny, and those soul bonds that we make with each other is so powerful and so important, so important that we're developing that sisterhood of support and guidance. And so moving up into the throat chakra, moving up from this love into, you know, really being able to speak our truth, being able to step into our confidence. And this is where it really starts to get very fun, because, you know, these women that may have not been able to speak their truth or do public speaking, they start to voice, you know, what's going on for them. And because it's such a safely held container, you know, things can just be said that need to be said. And a lot of healing comes from women being able to speak their truth in this really supportive container. And the throat chakra's purification of speech. The wound here is lies. So, you know, lies can be lies that we've told ourselves, right? Lies that we have been living. Maybe we realize our life has been a lie. Like, maybe we're in a career that's never really been the career for us. It was because our our family did this, or we thought that's what we should do, right? And so here we really begin to really break away from what no longer serves your highest and best good, and really purify what it is that you've come here to do, what you've come here to say, and really purifying your speech and coming into your particular brand of magic and coming into your voice. Like, what is it that you've come here to do? And this is a really powerful, powerful time, because what I've noticed about, when we step on to our soul path purpose, it may be unexpected. Like, you may go into this training believing that you're going to come out the other end of 9 months and come out as a priestess and do priestess work. But you might end up finding out when you really get in there and you let things go that actually, maybe you're a politician, and maybe you went into the training thinking you hate politics, you're never going to do politics. And then you awaken to the fact that actually your calling is quite different than you thought. And it comes from voicing and, moving and activating and really diving deeply into who you are and bringing that all to the surface. So it's a very, very exciting. And we come into your activating your voice and your, speaking powerfully from your heart. We're going to practice deep listening skills. This is another thing, is everyone has a guardian angel. This comes from Anna Daya's workshop, is that everyone has a guardian angel, and that's someone that you work with for the 9 months. And it's completely optional, but you have that ability to meet up with your guardian angel and do some practicing of each thing that we learn each month as well. So you can get together with them on Zoom, and you can practice your listening skills and your speaking your voice and your channeling. And we're going to do some light language activation as well. So, really activating your voice. Light language activation is your spiritual voice. It might be your chanting voice. It might be your singing voice. It might be your speaking voice. Like, it's going to be different for different people and what that means. So we'll also be learning some rites, some rituals for powerful and purposeful manifesting and moonifesting. And so that's going to be a lot of fun. And then we move up into awakening the creatrix and becoming the writer and director of your dreams. And so coming up into your third eye, where you get to dream, where you get to vision, where we really develop our intuition here and our psychic abilities, our inner seeing. And, the wound here is illusion and hallucination. So instead of just building castles in the sky, we start to bring roots down from that castle. And what is it that you're really wanting to create? Like creating a vision vehicle here that is going to help you really manifest your dreams so they can really start to actualize. And we do some mindful meditation, connecting into the imaginal realm. We do some healing of the feminine wound, some more what I call shadow dance, and creating and casting your vision vehicle. So again, a lot of group work in activating your voice and working with your voice. And I will be coaching you through that process and that journey. And create, really working with your dreams as well and what your dreams are. And here we work with the energy of Maya Bast, Spider Woman, and really, working with the magic of the imaginal realm. So it's a lot of fun. And then we move up from the third eye, and we move up into the crown. And here, we really reclaim your crown. And I love that because it's really, stepping into what it really means to be a priestess, what it really means to be a goddess, and really claiming your own personal crown. And the crown it's not just a crown that you wear, it's your crown chakra, it's your activation and your connection to your spirit guides, your angels, your guardians, your guides, your totem spirits, like really creating and activating that connection. This is where I really facilitate your own spiritual sovereignty. And, here it's about connecting with the larger vision. And we spend 2 months here. So this is a really, we are at the culmination of the training. And so really diving deep into your sacred connection with the divine, of being what it really means to be a conduit, to be a channel for the divine, having that crystal clear intuition and being able to tap in, tune in, be turned on by your magic, your sparkle, your unique brand of magic, and really stepping powerfully into that. So we do some meditation, we do some chakra energy and healing techniques, embodying the energy on an emotional, physical, tapping into the unified energy field, embodying grace. We also dive deep into your money story, rewriting your money story, rewriting your journey and the creatrix within you, learning and connecting that you are a co-creator. We take sacred vows of becoming a priestess, and really facing the cycles of birth, death, and rebirth of the phoenix, and what that means, like embracing what that means to be seen. This is a really powerful one. With my own story in particular, even though I have been walking the path of the priestess for a number of years, when I actually came out and was seen, it was really, really challenging for me on many different levels. Like, how are people going to think of me now that I'm, saying I'm a priestess and I'm doing priestess training? And so, this is where we start to integrate and up level and, really take everything to the next level on how you are going to embody and integrate everything that we've been working with, and then bringing and, birthing what you feel that you need to be birthing and bringing into your life, into your community, and how, you're going to bring your business to the world and what that looks like. And this is the time where I really support you on your path, on your particular path, and what you're needing to really activate you in the next level of your journey. And so this is a really powerful, powerful time. And we'll do a ceremony and a ritual of initiating you into your priestess path. You're also going to get, and we do sacred vows, and you're also going to get a certificate of completion. And also you have the option of being on this website. I'm building it now, that you'll be part of. And so this is, what I want to do is I'm building a global priestess sisterhood of support, where, your picture and what you do as a healer, a teacher, an activator, a change agent, whatever it is that you're doing in the world is supported. So we're all rising up, together we rise. There's a little saying that when the water in the harbor rises, all the boats rise. And so this is my vision, is transforming the feminine wound of competition into us all supporting each other, that collaborative energy, and really like coming together and all of us rising up in all of our unique gifts. And so this training is really about you activating into your superpowers and into your gifts so that you can bring them into the world. And so this is where the cocooning turns into the butterfly. And like, how are you going to be that butterfly in your family life, right? In your community and in the world. And it always starts with you, healing yourself and then filling up your cup so that your cup is overfilling. And when you can truly, truly love yourself and commit to yourself, then you can bring that activation into the world. And so the 9-month journey is really about creating that beautiful cocoon for the butterfly to emerge, for the transformational experience to happen in a really beautiful way. And, I know that has already happened for the women that I'm working with. But the thing about cocooning and transformation is it's like, sometimes it's like an onion and there are layers and layers and we can go deeper and deeper. And like the well, as the well deepens, the water becomes more and more clear. So yeah, let me just see. Completion of the training. Yep, I think I've covered everything. Yeah, great. And we're almost at an hour. I apologize for talking so fast, but I wanted to try and make this as short as possible, but I'm still at an hour. There is a lot of information in the training. I designed it that way. I personally, when I do a training, I like to have a lot of information. I like to feel like I'm getting my money's worth. And so, please remember that you can take this at your own pace and at your own level that you process and absorb the information. We meet again every new moon and full moon for a 2-hour call, and it actually goes by really fast. The women really love it. It's a lot of fun. We do a lot of activities. And I have a online portal, which I'm calling our sanctuary and our library, our mystery school library, that you'll have access to, and it will have videos and training, about moon cycles, about the seasons, about the goddesses and the energy of the archetypes. You'll have information about the chakras, and you'll have PDF files and videos from me. And that part of it is self-study. So you can take it at your own pace with the self-study. And then we have the group calls. I will record the group calls. So if you can't make it and you miss it, you can have the recording that you can go back over. It is more activating and more transformational for you if you can make the group calls, because we do a lot of activities where we're working together. And doing the oracle cards and the group readings, where you get a reading. So that's very rewarding when you can make it live, because then you get a reading for you by all of the women that are involved, and that's really magical and really fun. And we really groove on each other and the energy too. It's really activating. So if you can try to make the group calls, it's a good idea. But if you can't, they'll be recorded. And then you have the 7 one-on-one 90-minute sessions with me, tailored for what you need. This can also be a little bit of business coaching or questions that you have about bringing your brand of magic to the world. It can be many different things. I coach I coach with a lot of different things, relationship, money, manifesting your dream partner, relationship dynamics, like basically intuitively, whatever is coming up, I can help support you with. And then you get the astrology soul reading, and then there will be teachers that are coming in as well and doing some activation as well, some group calls. So there's quite a lot involved. It's going to be an amazing, amazing 9 months. And I'm confident that if it is meant to be for you, then you will join us. And that's the way Soul Path Purpose works. If you feel aligned and you just know, yes, this is for you, fantastic. I so look forward to working with you. If you're a little bit on the fence, you're like, I'm not really sure, and you have maybe a little bit of hesitation, this does not necessarily mean that it's not an alignment for you. It could be a little something that you feel a bit triggered by. You might feel a little apprehensive because it just could be something that is in a blind spot or is a block or a barrier to you really stepping solid into your path. And so I would say book a one-on-one with me and just be honest. Say, hey, Schamet, I feel drawn to this, but I'm not sure because of this and this and this. And then let's just do a deep dive and together on that 45-minute session and see what that is. Because the thing of it is I only want people that are really aligned to step into the program. I'm only taking a certain amount of souls so I can really deeply work with them for that 9 months. And honestly, if it's not aligned to your soul path purpose, then it's not the right fit. And I'm totally fine with that because I feel 100% confident that the people that are aligned to do the priestess training, it was meant to be. And so we can investigate that and I can help you decode if it is in alignment or it's not. So I very, very much look forward to connecting in with you. And if you don't feel called to do the 9-month priestess training, I do offer the one-on-one sessions as well. And so I'm very happy to meet you and work with you and to help you really step in to your gifts, your intuition, and your path, your purpose for being on this planet right now. It's such an exciting time on the planet. A lot of people are really thriving. And for me, it's all about helping people shine, awaken, align, transform, and shine. So I will wrap up the talking bit and lead you through a guided meditation to end our time together. So just getting yourself nice and comfortable in a seated position. I like to be an Egyptian pose, and so that's where you put your feet on the earth. You can kind of just wiggle a little bit back and forth. We've been sitting here for a while. So wiggling back and forth on your spine, getting yourself nice and comfortable, taking some nice big deep breaths in and out. Now I'm going to do a little bit of toning here. Oh, coming into your breath. And if you need to make a little bit of noise, you can make a little noise, a little sigh. Just imagine that you are a beautiful tree and you're dropping your roots, your beautiful roots down into the earth. And bringing down as many roots as a tree would have branches that reach up to the sky. So dropping down with your imagination, Einstein says imagination is more powerful than knowledge. So using your imagination here to imagine as many roots as you can going down into the earth, really connecting you to this beautiful blue and green planet that's traveling through the cosmos, traveling through the universe right now as you sit upon her, fully supported by this beautiful Mother Gaia. And feeling her support. Taking a moment to really honor this beautiful earth. She supports all of us with her food, her trees, her earth, her sky, her water, the clay, the minerals, the vegetables, the flowers. So much abundance. She nurtures us, just feeling your root support, your support of this beautiful, beautiful planet. And tapping in and tuning in to her energy and her support, and bringing up that support, that beautiful support of Mother Gaia, bringing all that energy up into your roots. And bringing that energy of connection to Mother Gaia up into your feet, up into your calves, up into your knees and your thighs. Bringing her energy up into your womb, your beautiful, beautiful womb. And when I talk about the womb, like if you don't, if you've had surgery and you don't have a womb anymore, or you don't menstruate anymore, you still have that energy, the feminine energy of being a woman, right? It's more about the energetics. So bringing up that energy of the earth into your womb, into being a woman. And if you're a man, then bringing that energy up into your belly, connecting in with your divine feminine energy. I know so many beautiful men that are so in touch with their divine, their beautiful divine feminine. And it's really about honoring the divine feminine, feeling that energy of the beautiful divine feminine. I know when I wear my dress and my earrings and my crown, I'm really feeling into the divine feminine and celebrating the divine feminine energy and bringing that energy into the light. And then tapping in and tuning in to your spirit guides, your soul, the cosmos, the universe, your soul star chakra, whatever name that you have for grace, whatever name or many names that you have for the divine connection to source energy. Maybe you have the energy and the name of the sky or light or love or connection or the creator, or maybe you call it God, or maybe you call it goddess. Whatever it is, tapping in and tuning in to that frequency of divine spirit. I'm bringing that energy down into your crown. And breathing down that connection into your heart. And bringing your hands to into your heart chakra as you feel the energy of the divine masculine and the divine feminine, feeling the energy of Shiva and Shakti, feeling the energy of the earth and the energy of the sky and the cosmos. And then imagining a big, beautiful golden sun right above your head. And this big, beautiful golden sun is your energy, tapping in and tuning in to your own unique energy. And imagining that gold energy has an amazing, powerful magnet. And this magnet brings all of your energy that's been out in the world, that's perhaps even in past lives. We do a lot of past life clearing in this 9-month training as well. So it's about bringing and calling back all of your energy that belongs to you. Maybe that energy is with someone else. You've been, sending someone some healing energy, and that energy's out in the universe. Or maybe that energy, you didn't even know that you left it somewhere else with someone. Just calling all that beautiful energy back that belongs to you. This is where, empaths and intuitives can become a bit fragmented and get tired and drained because they don't realize that their energy is somewhere else or with someone else or even trapped in other timelines. So it's really important to bring your energy back to you because you need your energy, and that energy is there to fill you up. So bringing all your energy back, bringing it all in right above you with your intention and your awareness, and calling all of your energy back. Beautiful. And then with your psychic finger, you can just imagine popping the energy, that gold energy, and imagine it all funneling down as pollen and nectar would to a flower, just coming, or nectar to a flower and pollen to a bee, bringing all that gold down into your face, down into your pineal and pituitary gland, activating your intuition, bringing all that gold, bathing the gold energy into your neck, down into your heart, bringing that activation in the front, the back, the sides of the body, bringing it all the way down into every cell of your being, every organ, bringing it down into your womb, bringing that activation and energy down into your thighs, your legs, your knees, bringing all that beautiful gold, all your beautiful energy into your roots, and just filling yourself up, mind, body, spirit, and soul, with your own energy and with the energy of the earth and the energy of your higher self, the cosmos, and your connection with source energy. And this is what it means to be tapped in, tuned in, plugged in, turned on. And people say, how do you have so much energy, Schamet? And it's like, well, I'm tapped in, tuned in, plugged in, turned on by being in connection with the earth, with source energy, and with the energy that exists within me. So calling back all your energy, bringing it into your heart, feeling that connection. connection to yourself. And then bringing one hand to your own heart, one hand to your belly. And really taking a moment to honor yourself. And the last and final thing I'm going to do is read a beautiful, beautiful poem. So as I read this poem, just keep working with the activation of your own energy and your own connection to yourself. And this is the Priestess Miracle Prayer by Daya, Judith. Mistress of miracles, come to us now, out of the darkness and out of the earth. Mistress of miracles, we offer our vow to awaken the tides of our nation's rebirth. As the snow-topped peaks melt in rivers and streams, as the grasses and flowers poke up from the land, as the baby emerges from the womb's land of dreams, may the lies be revealed and may truth take a stand. As the rainbow emerges from the storms in the sky, as the eagle sees with his wide roving eye, as deep wounds can heal, as the heart's wings can fly, may the old ways of power now wither and die. May the ways of oppression now move to the past. May all that is sacred be protected at last. May wars wrought from killing for power and greed be replaced with compassion that all may be freed. May our leaders reflect the hopes that we share for a world ruled in balance, for people who care. May the poor be rewarded. May the land be preserved. May those who exploit get what they deserve. Mistress of magic, come out of your cave. Come aid in our efforts. There's a world to be saved. We need a miracle, that is for sure. Save us from madness and bring us a cure. So, this is one of my favorite poems by Daya, Judith. And it really does express to me what being a priestess is about. And I'm a mistress of magic. I've come out of my cave. I am reclaiming the priestess power within me. And if you're ready to step into your priestess power and really claim your mistress of magic, then I look forward to dancing in this beautiful journey together, this unraveling, this awakening, this empowering of the goddess and the priestess within. This training is also redemption of the feminine spirit. And the last and final thing I'll touch upon before I end the session is that as women, when I sit here in front of you with my crown and my beautiful jewelry and my dress, you know, for me, this is activating the power of the priestess as well and what it means to be a woman. You know, when a lot of us first stepped into our power, and including me, you know, over 20 years ago, when I, you know, really stepped into my power, I shaved my head, I wore my combat boots, and I was like, I'm gonna be a tough girl. And in a lot of ways, it was like I was one of the boys, you know, really stepping in to that energy of the masculine. And patriarchal energy of the masculine has been dominating. We're now finding a balance between the divine feminine and the divine masculine. And so being a priestess and being a goddess doesn't mean you wear a crown and you wear a dress. However, the divine feminine of being able to really being strong and being powerful, but also being able to be soft and to go with the flow and really embrace the energy of not only the sun, but also the moon, the light and the darkness. And really going into doing that shadow work and being willing to step into the flow of the femininity. And so that's why I come on with my crown and my dress and my necklace and my beautiful earrings. It's like, let's celebrate and celebrate the energy of beauty and bringing beauty into this world. And I don't mean just being beautiful in the way that you dress, but, beautifying your space, bringing beauty wherever you go. Your greetings with the man or woman that works at the post office or the supermarket or the bus driver, the taxi driver, like everyone in your world, bringing that beauty to them, asking how they are, making those connections. And that's another thing to me, that feminine grace of really stepping in and honoring your beauty and what that means to you. So I hope you enjoyed this hour and 20 minutes. And I look forward to meeting you. Namaste. Have a wonderful, beautiful, beautiful day. And thank you so much for joining me. Namaste. So much love. I wish you so much love, so much abundance to you, to your family, to your community, and to the world. All the very best and many, many blessings. Mwah. Bye.